Don, are you sure about this? I like a good joke, but isn't this taking it a step too far? Don, did you hear me?
What?
Are you 100% sure about doing this?
Craig! Am I sure? Well, I am sure that Bob is one of the worst mayors this town has ever had. And I'm also 100% sure he will read the speech verbatim. He's so clueless, he reads anything, and once he reads this speech, there's no way the town will keep him as the mayor.
What if we get caught?
So what? What do we do?
We could lose our jobs.
God, I hope so. You can't stand this dummy any more than I can. This will be hilarious. And besides, who's gonna catch us?
Everybody knows that we put the speech right here on the podium, right before he does one of his speeches.
Yeah, but he tells everybody that he writes his own speeches and it all comes from the heart. He lets it out he didn't write this speech, he'll look even more foolish. He'll come off not only as a buffoon, but a liar as well.
He's gonna stop reading it. It makes no sense.
I told you, he reads anything. It's almost like when he reads, he's in a trance and the words don't sink in. It's pretty fascinating in a way.
I hear the crowd.
Oh, here comes Joe coming.
Oh my God. Oh, someone get me a marker. Oh, jeez. No. I love being the mayor. I want them cups, huh? 4 years ago, in my first state of mobility address as mayor, I stood up here and used words I had never heard before by other mayors. Change, profit, progress, and bananas. This morning, when I woke up with wood, I knew what I had wanted to tell each and every one of you citizens, that I use Greek yogurt as a lubricant. The crime situation, I'm proud to say, has decreased drastically, along with my sperm count. Our new superintendent of police, Weird Al Yankovic, has my HIV-positive instructions to drive the crooks and thieves and lawbreakers out of our town, where they'll be instructed to dress up as their favorite Power Ranger. You may ask, does Pizza Hut still do bookend? The general economic conditions are making it increasingly difficult for our citizens to pay their taxes and take baths with one another. Thankfully, I like to do Jacob on the side. 200,000 families are dependent upon public or private parks. When I was 5, I called my privates Tweety. Pause for reaction. These conditions present major problems. To solve them, I need to buy a vowel. Our first concern must be our town's progress, an objective which must exclude partisan politics and the idea that Ellen Page cannot be in the same movie with Elliot Page, which should not exclude the music of Jimmy Page. I quote the great Elmer Fudd, "Be very quiet, I'm hunting weapons." Think about it. Wait for cheers. It is my duty to provide for those measures which are essential to the interest of all the people, and if necessary, kill the first newborn. Some say tomato, I say titties. I visited the various neighborhoods in my last campaign, which made my nipples hard. Looking around, I realized I miss Gordon from Sesame Street. Knock knock. Who's there? Moo cow. Moo cow who? Moo cow Peter's pants. words. And let me set the record straight. I didn't think Rocky V was all that bad. I promise you I have plans to make sure that more men audition for community theater. I want to live in a world where a woman has the right to vote. Can you imagine what that would be like? Imagine man finally landing on the moon. Or living in a world where adults without kids stop taking vacations to Disney World. Sing this. If you could see that I'm the one who understands you, been here all along, why can't you see you belong with me, you belong with me? Charlie Brown! You don't hand down policies from generation to generation, but you do hand down values and hand jobs. Tease the tip, that's my motto. I want to bring up our school system. For all the parents who deserve a school system that expects every student to earn a diploma, then you have a better chance of watching Michael Moore give a rim job to Newt Gingrich. We need our students to learn to be taught about the works of Maya Angelou, William Shakespeare, Judy Blume, John Dumas, and Larry Flint. Raise your hand if you're sure. If we can all come together like a Peter North film, each and every one of you, I promise will someday use this power to use a litter box. Look around at all the mothers we see here today, wanting a better education for their kids. All mothers have gotten poop on their hands at some point. As I wrap up, I have a dream. Don't ask what your country can do for you. Read my lips. Did I fire 6 shots or only 5? That is the question. Amen and yabba dabba do.